There will come a time that you'll need to field strip your Kolser if you're shooting those caps, because they get really dirty inside. And I'll just show you my one here. I've just pulled it apart after I've been shooting caps through it. You can see how fouled up it is. Just look with all the crap in there, and you can see the actual bits of cap. See how dirty that is. So I'll give that a bit of a clean up first, and then we'll put it back together. There's a few of you out there that have said that you followed what I showed you to do, but you just can't get that faceplate back on and get it working. I've probably encouraged you to be to go ahead and pull apart your Kolser after you saw what I did to make it look easy putting it back together again. I can guarantee you, if you follow these tips, that you'll be able to get your Kolser back together again. Okay, this is the file I use. It's 3-sided triangle, and it's all got to do with this spring here, the trigger spring. To lock into the trigger, it sits in here like that, and as you put tension on it, it bends that way. So underneath, what you need to do is file out. You can see there, just using the file, get in there and file out just a little bit for this to sit in, for the spring to sit in, to take up the slack, the tension in there, and that'll stop it from sliding out that way. Once the tension goes on, it'll lock into there. So when you're trying to push everything down, it's not going to pop out and give you problems. So that's the first piece. The next bit is the same spring, tension spring, trigger spring. You've got this piece here, and you've got to do the same. You've got to file where that locks into the back of it. It goes in there like that. It sits up in here, and if you don't file a groove like that into there for that spring to sit in there and not sort of jump out easily, you'll have problems. It'll make it more and more difficult. So just just take your file and just file that out. Okay, let's try and get this together now. Frame together. Let's get the hammer in. Trigger. So we need to keep pressure on it. Keep my finger behind there and pull them together. And make sure that that trigger is lined up with the cylinder. Go into there. There we go, that's close enough. Okay, let's get this spring. Put that behind there. Now that'll lock in a lot easier now because we've got that groove in there. Let's put that piece in there, and we need to pull that spring in behind that. I find sometimes if you hold it here and just drop this in like that, it should just drop straight in, hopefully. And again, I'll probably make it look easy. Put tension off that, push that in. There's a bit of tension here. You need to push that down, the hammer down, so you can screw in there. That last one, you just make sure that that's clicked down towards you, which it is. but I'll do it again to show you that it does work. It's a lot easier just by what I've done. Okay, let's give that a go again. It's framed together. Let's line up the cylinders in there. Okay, and drop it in there. Not just there. Pull that spring back so it locks into there. Don't worry if that happens, it's just the tension coming on. And it's all there ready to go. Let's see if we can click that back down in there and it's just sitting like that. There we go. Now I can push this one through. Pressure on there, set it on. I guess close that gap so that's good. Just drop that in. There you go. So that's just to show you it wasn't a fluke. And another thing I've done with my other one is if you see down here, I've got a grub screw there. What I've done is to keep the frames together, when I push them together, I screw that up, and then I don't have to hold the pressure like that to keep them together, because that grub screw through there, once you put the frame together, you just tighten it up and it just keeps it together like that. So hopefully this has helped you to get your gun back together. Okay, so I hope that helped you out. Please don't be discouraged and give up. Just be patient and just keep at it, keep trying, and it will get easier, because I know I was where you are now and I got really frustrated, and at one stage I thought, hell, I'm never going to get this back together again. And I thought, no, stuff that, I'm not paying all this money and not getting it to work again. So hopefully what I've showed you there, those little tips, will make it just that much more easier for you to get it back together. And if it does, please drop me a note and let me know if it helped you out. You would have noticed I've got some custom grips that I made on my Kolser 45s here, and I did that. I extended them, made them longer, and made the grips fatter. It felt too small before. So in an upcoming video I'll show you how I did all that, how I did a silicone mold and then a resin cast to make those. Down the track I'd like to get a 3D printer and try doing them with a 3D printer. I hope you enjoyed that it helped you in some way, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day. Bye bye.